Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. At the start of the year, the Prime Minister set out 3 big economic priorities: target inflation, grow the economy and reduce debt. The Chancellor in this budget has set the scene for how we make these priorities succeed. I believe this budget has shown vision and pragmatism which will help people and businesses in the 2 cities. Madam Deputy Speaker, households, as always, are at the forefront of the government's priorities, so I'm delighted to hear the energy price guarantee is to be extended to keep the average cost of energy bills at £2,500 for a further 3 months. Maintaining this support will save households hundreds of pounds over the coming months, preventing millions of families from falling into fuel poverty. In the 2 cities, we have many residents being supplied energy by communal heat networks. And I recognise that the energy bill is progressing, and this will go some way to supporting those who rely on communal heating networks. However, I do hope that financial support can be extended to these households, as they are all too often overlooked through no fault of their own. And I would also suggest that the hospitality sector, I know, welcomes the Brexit pub guarantee, but they do still remain concerned about their energy costs for their businesses like restaurants and pubs, which are such a huge sector for the West End and across my constituency. This budget does so much and goes a long way to boost employment. Rebooting the benefits system to support people back into work is something I particularly welcome. This budget includes the biggest reform to the welfare system in a decade, which will now mean that disabled and long-term sick people can work without the worry of losing out. This is important for several reasons, but principally among them is that in the real world, people's ability to work isn't as binary as the current system implies. I've seen this firsthand in the Fair Shot Café in Covent Garden, run by Bianca Tavella, who's supporting young people with learning disabilities getting back into the workplace, and it makes a huge difference to the individual and their families. I also welcome the measures to support for children in care and as they enter working age, as well as helping job seekers into decent jobs with decent wages. Here, I believe the Chancellor is right, that we are removing the barriers that we can, with reform which strengthens our society as well as strengthens our economy. And building on this point, changes to childcare is something which will have a real impact on people's lives in the 2 cities. And I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate my honourable friend, the member for Stroud, and also my honourable friend, the member for East Surrey, who have really driven this through and got it over the line. And particularly, I welcome this major changes to childcare, because it will give working women the real opportunity to choose what is best for them and their family, whether they stay at home with their children or if they want to continue with their careers. And not least because now parents will be afforded 30 hours of free childcare from as early as 9 months until their child's 4th birthday. And also the help for wraparound childcare through schools is most welcome. For me, this is so important because this means that parents can have the flexibility to decide what's best for them and their children. Madam Deputy Speaker, I also believe that the Chancellor has also produced a sensible and pragmatic approach to business taxation. For the 2 cities, this is incredibly important. And as a Conservative, I recognise the value of competitive tax regimes, and I understand the value of pro-business, pro-enterprise governments. So announcements on simplifying the tax system for small and medium-sized businesses are something I'm glad to hear. However, I must take this opportunity to once again make a plea for the return of VAT-free shopping for overseas visitors. Returning this will be a massive boost, not just to London and particularly to my constituency, but it will have a massive knock-on effect for jobs and businesses across the United Kingdom. And I know I've spoken to the Chancellor about this specifically, and I know that he is looking at it, but I really do hope that we will have an announcement sooner rather than later, because the benefit it has for the whole country is so important. Madam Deputy Speaker, having said that, I do look forward to the review of taxes paid by smaller businesses and the consultation to expand the cash basis, as well as measures to simplify customs imports and export processes for small businesses. And while I welcome all of this, I would also urge the Government to keep tax simplification as an ongoing priority for the Government. But in conclusion, Madam Deputy Speaker, despite enormous global challenges, the UK economy is proving the doubters wrong. Far from entering a technical recession this year, this Government is stimulating growth, supporting hard-working families and looking forward with a powerful vision for this country.